Hey, what's up everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto, and it's no secret how bullish I am on Hbar. I'll be straight up with you. It's one of my favorite projects in all of crypto. And if you watch this video and appreciate every fact, every chart, every detail in it, and especially the price prediction at the end, Hbar might become one of your favorite projects too. For years now, I've talked at length about this project. Just in the past few months, right here on this channel, I've interviewed Shade Higdon, the CEO at the Hbar Foundation, Zenobia Gottschalk, a founding member at HEDERA and Twirls Labs, and I even interviewed Dr. Lyman Baird, the co-founder of HEDERA and the inventor, yes, the inventor of the hash graph. If you missed any of these interviews, they're all linked down below in the description, and I highly suggest you give them a watch. Also, while you're down there, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. So let's get into it. So you might be thinking, AJ, why are you so bullish on HEDERA? First off, you have to understand that Lyman Baird, like I said, the man who invented the hash graph, listen, the man is a genius. It is that simple. We're talking about a guy that said he likes to do math problems as a hobby.
Yeah, I like to do math problems. So my habit, my hobby is to do math problems that I find interesting.
See, he did say that. Lyman is as cool as they come, and I was actually lucky enough to meet him in person at Web3 Atlanta, where he gave a keynote speech about the future of decentralized recovery, also known as DREC. Not only is DREC probably going to make cold storage obsolete, but it's also going to revolutionize how any secret is kept inside or outside of crypto. Even Algorand and XRP are getting involved, and together they have formed the DREC Alliance. If you want to go down a crazy internet rabbit hole, do yourself a favor and spend a few hours learning about DREC. It is some wild stuff, and that is why they call HEDERA the trust layer of the internet. And that's the stuff right there. That's where the secret sauce with Hbar really lies. A lot of projects out there, they make the mistake of only aiming at one vertical, one niche, where on the other hand, Hbar aims at every vertical, every niche. They literally got it all. You don't believe me? Enterprise blockchain? Check. NFTs? Yup. DREC? RWAs? Yes. You can definitely check the RWA box. And that is certainly one hell of a box to check, as it's currently one of the most buzzworthy hot button topics in all of crypto. The RWA narrative has become a main focal point for HEDERA, and rightfully so. Let's dig a little bit into what this push into RWAs actually means for HEDERA. First off, for some quick stats, the ecosystem market cap on HEDERA is over 8 billion. There's over 150 million in TVL and over 50 million in assets already tokenized on HEDERA. As impressive as that is, it looks to me like they're just getting started, especially when a study done by the Boston Consulting Group projects that the RWA sector will be north of $16 trillion by 2030. Do you realize the implications if HEDERA is even able to capture 1% of that market share? Do you see what I'm getting at here? Even 1/2 of 1% of that market share would be worth $80 billion. With the current Hbar market cap just under $4 billion, as an investor, this is the stuff that bull run dreams are made of. And these are the things I always take into consideration, especially when I'm making a price prediction video. And when it comes to HEDERA and their push into RWAs, without even getting into the BlackRock situation, there is a laundry list of distinguished partners working hand in hand with HEDERA on their task of tokenization. I want to quickly bring a few of them to your attention. First off, look at Aberdeen. This is a global investment company based out of Scotland who, as of December 2023, handled north of 495 billion pounds of assets under management. That's about 618 billion in the United States dollar. And they are tokenizing on HEDERA. Jinhan Bank, the leading bank in South Korea, and Standard Bank, the largest bank in Africa, have united in a proof of concept stablecoin on HEDERA. Simply put, trusted financial institutions all around the world are building on HEDERA. Why is that? That's because when HEDERA says that they're the trust layer of the internet, they mean it. When your governing council is made up of 32 of the world's leading organizations, such as IBM, Google, Dell, LG, Boeing, that builds trust. When the hash graph is secured by an asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance, which is the highest degree of security a consensus algorithm can provide, that builds trust. In today's day and age of instant gratification, the masses are always going to side with whatever works fastest and whatever is able to do so at scale, and that builds trust. Later in this video, you're going to learn how fast HEDERA really is and why it's the perfect enterprise-grade solution for tokenization and cross-border transactions. But before I do that, if you're an Hbarbarian or you're a new member of the Hbar community, an Hbar baby, definitely take a second to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. In this next section of the video, I'm going to bombard you with facts proving why Hbar is the easiest 10x in crypto, and then I'm going to give my price prediction at the end. Fact number 1, it's basically impossible to make a video about HEDERA without talking about sus. No, not suspect, sustainability. HEDERA is the greenest blockchain in the world, and it uses 1,000 times less energy per transaction than Visa. Yeah, you heard me, per transaction. You have to appreciate HEDERA's commitment to being carbon negative. Notice how I said carbon negative and not carbon neutral. There's a big difference there. And be sure to check out the sustainability case studies on the HEDERA website if you haven't already. I took it a step further and ran the numbers on energy consumption per transaction from this chart on your screen right here. And what I found is unbelievable. Listen to this. Compared to HEDERA, Bitcoin uses over 975 million times more energy per transaction, and Ethereum uses over 3.3 thousand times more energy per transaction. And if this was a percentage instead, HEDERA uses 99.99% less energy than Bitcoin and 99.97% less energy than Ethereum per transaction. So yes, we can certainly check off the sustainability box for HEDERA. You might be thinking, what about speed? What about scalability? Well, Hbar is actually not a blockchain, it's a DAG. This directed acyclic graph structure, called the hash graph, allows transactions to be processed in parallel rather than sequentially, and this significantly increases the throughput and reduces the latency. Going back to this chart here, this is why Hbar can theoretically handle up to 10,000 transactions per second with a 3 to 7 second time of finality. Some of you out there might have just zoomed in on the word theoretically there in that last sentence. So how does HEDERA really stack up against other blockchains in real time? According to this chart from Chain Inspect, HEDERA just about doubled its closest competitor Solana in terms of real-time TPS, and more than doubled Solana in terms of max recorded TPS, or transactions per second. And for all of you out there who are fed up with paying insanely high gas fees on Ethereum, HEDERA has predictably low fees to the tune of 0.0001 USD per transaction, which makes it an optimal choice for any enterprise-grade solution, cross-border transactions, and even games. Not only is HEDERA cheap and lightning fast, circling back to the DAG, back to the hash graph, this is why HEDERA is able to handle such a high volume of transactions. And according to this chart right here from May 12th, just a few days ago, in that 24-hour time span, HEDERA recorded over 100,000 transactions more than any other blockchain. And listen, that 24 hours on that chart is not at all an isolated incident. According to the Hbar Foundation, from the inception of the network until May this year, HEDERA has processed more mainnet transactions than the next top 100 networks combined. On top of that, just last week, they crossed the milestone of exceeding 50 billion transactions. They're the real deal, ladies and gentlemen, and they have momentum on their side. According to Sentiment, in the past 30 days, HEDERA sits in third place on the development activity leaderboard. And according to the quarterly reports from Messari, in Q1 of this year, HEDERA experienced quarter-on-quarter growth across many key metrics. This includes a 154% increase in average daily active addresses and all the other statistics you see on your screen right here. Long story short, the perfect storm is brewing for Hbar as we inch closer and closer to the bull run. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Messari. I highly recommend you checking out that platform anytime you do a deep dive on any project in crypto. But I do have a bone to pick with Mr. Ryan Selkis. According to Messari, the all-time high for Hbar was set on September 17, 2019 at 70 cents. No, I do not count the price of Hbar the day it launched as its all-time high. In my eyes, the real all-time high for Hbar was on September 16th, 2021 at 1/10 under 57 cents at 56.9. And this is where things get interesting. This chart on your screen here is the Hbar market cap, and the blue circle there is Hbar's market cap all-time high of 7.16 billion. But this was on November 12th, 2021. And that yellow circle there at around 5.5 billion, that was the day of the price action all-time high. Are you confused? Because here's the same circles except on the price action chart. So how did Hbar's all-time high for price action and its all-time high for market cap have a 2-month gap? One word, tokenomics. The day of Hbar's all-time high for price action in September of 21, there were about 9.68 billion coins in the circulating supply. Unfortunately, the day of the market cap all-time high 2 months later, there were over 15 billion coins in the circulating supply. Certainly an untimely emission schedule for holders that would have seen a 75-cent Hbar if the stars aligned on the same day back in 2021. Stuff like this doesn't really happen much. So why did I feel the need to explain this rare occurrence? Because tokenomics matter big time, especially in the world of price predictions. To put this in perspective, if Hbar returned to its market cap all-time high at 7.14 billion, with the supply that it has now, it would only be 20 cents. It's kind of scary when you think about it, and you might be wondering, how is that possible? Well, since Hbar's 56-cent all-time high in September of 21, its circulating supply has grown just about 270% from then until now. This is good and it's bad. It's good because the current circulating supply is at 35.7 billion, which means a little over 71% of the max supply of 50 billion Hbar is in circulation. There's only 29% of the supply left to come into circulation. So in other words, the worst is behind us. And to be fair, inflation isn't the best word to use there because it is a fixed supply. The only way the max supply will grow is if the governing council unanimously voted to increase it. And when Lehman Baird and I discussed that, he said that it's mathematically impossible, and he would know. So the worst is behind us. That's good. The situation is bad because now the market cap has to work that much harder to get back to the same price. To put it in perspective, back in September of 21, when the supply was only 9.68 billion, it would have taken a $9.68 billion market cap for one Hbar to be worth $1. Now that the supply is 35.7 billion, it would take a $35.7 billion market cap for one Hbar to be worth $1. With that in mind, you clearly see that Hbar getting to $1 is not an easy task, especially because the current market cap is just below 4 billion. To take it a step further, one day when the entire supply is in circulation, it will take a $50 billion market cap for one Hbar to be worth $1. So the question quickly becomes, how fast will the rest of the supply come into circulation? So you can endlessly search the internet for an emission schedule if you want to. And you might even find this one here that I used as a template for my last Hbar price prediction. But now I know that this one is no longer valid. Luckily, I have a lot of friends in the HEDERA ecosystem, and I was able to get an answer to this very important question. And the answer is, there is no schedule for the remaining 14.3 billion Hbar. Don't get me wrong, they are 100% transparent about all their allocations, there's no funny business, and the remaining Hbar that's not locked in the treasuries will be released at the council's discretion. My best guess is that it will take longer than you think to drip out the remaining Hbar because this is the last of the leverage they have to accelerate the ecosystem. So in terms of how many Hbar will there be in circulation by the time we reach new all-time highs, it's kind of impossible to know for sure. But for the sake of this video, there's 35.7 billion Hbar in circulation. So I'm going to say somewhere between 37 to 39 billion. Let's call it 38. So now the game is, how far can the market cap go when a $38 billion market cap is required for Hbar to be roughly $1? There is some guesswork involved, but let's throw the book at it. Some of you know that I like to use Gann theory to help out with my projections. And with a 45-degree angle set from the low of 2022, Q4 of 2025 shows a projection to be 32 to 36 cents on the lower band of the 1-1 and a 61 cent to 70 cent range on the upper band of the 2-1. To be fair, a 70-cent Hbar would be about a $26.6 billion market cap, which is still a 570% increase from its current price. But I don't think Gann theory is the law. That's why it's only a theory. And of course, I think Hbar can do much better than that. Especially when you circle back to all the narratives that we discussed in this video. Its speed, its scalability, sustainability, the RWA narrative, the governing council, and all of that will only add trust for more and more institutional and financial giants to join the fray. To be honest, there is not a scenario in my mind where Hbar doesn't at least hit $1.20, which is a little bit more than a 10x from where we are right now. With the heightened supply estimated at 38 billion coins in circulation, that would require a $45.6 billion market cap. Hbar is just under a $4 billion market cap right now, and I know we have a long way to go, but that number, $1.20 for one Hbar, represents the lower end of my price prediction. There is a scenario where the RWA narrative plays out perfectly. HEDERA lands a few more major partnerships. Crypto regulation is relaxed by an administration change. Gary Gensler gets fired. Jerome slashes the interest rates. Mass adoption skyrockets and crypto shoots past the moon straight to Jupiter. With a straight face, I can tell you that in that scenario, I could see Hbar getting close to, if not past, a $200 billion market cap. And if that was to happen, one Hbar would be worth $5.26. Do I think Hbar can do more than that in the future? For sure, but we're talking about the scope of this bull run. Also, this is the point in the video where I have to say that this is the upper band of my price prediction. Do not, I repeat, do not hold your entire bag waiting on this number to come this bull run. It's not completely unrealistic, but like I said, the stars really have to align for this to happen. And I don't want to see anyone in my community riding their bags to the bottom based off of an expectation they got from me. Be realistic with your exit strategies, and I will have a video on exit strategies coming soon. So with the lower band of my prediction at $1.20 and the moonshot at $5.26, honestly, I think $1.84 is a good target at a $70 billion market cap. I mean, come on, a 16x seems more than possible with how strong this project is. But to be honest, my personal target for Hbar this bull run is, drumroll, 74 cents. Wait, what? 74 cents? AJ, what are you talking about? Well, 74 cents is about a 600% pump from the price today. And if my bag of Hbar 6x's, I'm set. It's not about squeezing every drop out of the market that you can. That's how you get in trouble. It's about having realistic goals and making your money in the middle. At 74 cents, I'll probably sell about 75% of my bag and leave the rest in for a moonshot with the parachute sell order at 68 cents and move that sell order up if the price keeps going up. Listen, crypto is goal-oriented, and that's what people don't seem to grasp. It's not about what the chart can do. It's about what you need the chart to do to reach your personal goal. And my personal goal is 74 cents. And listen, even if I sell there and it goes to $5, that's okay with me because I achieved my goal. And I still have 25% of my bag left to get those gains if they come. And if 25% of my bag gets sold above $5, I will give away 5 Lamborghinis to someone who smashes the like button on this video. Let me know down below in the comments, what is your Hbar price prediction? What is your moonshot level? What is your personal target to be set for the rest of your life? My name is AJ Writes Crypto. Big shout out to the Hbarbarians. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.